Welcome to Elevate Your Mind with Alam. Today we'll be talking about the new moon in Aries, and it happens between late March and late April. I will be guiding you with the top 5 things to do at the time of the new moon in Aries. If you plan your life by the new moon, you will find that you are in the flow of life. And note that the advice in the guide applies to all of us, regardless of our personal astrology. The reason is this is a lunation, in this case a new moon, in a particular sign which is Aries, and therefore it has a flavor of its own. So no matter what rising sign you are, this is going to be inevitable. Let's begin by taking action. The new moon in Aries marks the start of the new moon cycle, and since Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the time for dreaming is over and the time to take action has come. You have a clean slate when it comes to making your new moon wishes. If you've been holding off or slacking off, this is a perfect time to get back on the boat. Think about it. It's springtime. Things are flowing. Things are growing, which means it is the beginning of the year. And that means it's time to make a 12-month plan. This is a wonderful time to make a plan for the year ahead. And if you are too attached to whatever it is that you've been doing, do a plan for yourself. Do a plan for yourself and your spouse. If you are in a relationship, do one for your work. Since the Aries energy is really impulsive, you might think it's too high energetically right now to make plans, but with a bit of discipline, anything is possible. The fiery and enthusiastic Aries energy is great for infusing your plans with drive and determination, which makes perfect for being courageous. If you've been too shy, too timid, and you need some courage to move forward with whatever you're facing, and that includes your wish list, this Aries is connected to brave Mars and the energies around the Aries new moon, which is reflected. Decide that you can be bolder in life and then work on this. Aries isn't so much bold as willing to just go into it, into everything, and just go for it without being overly cautious about the results. If you could use a bit of more of imputacious in your life, now is the time to incorporate this Aries energy. You'll discover that you get to have more fun. So ask yourself, are you having enough fun? Are you spontaneous enough? Think about it. And if the answer is no, then determine that over the coming weeks, you need to make some time for having some fun. Aries is the child of the zodiac, and now is a good time to remind yourself to connect with your inner child. So focus on you. This is also a good time for some focus on yourself and what you need, where you're going, and so on. And if you give yourself your wardrobe and your website, if you do a makeover on yourself and on everything that includes you, this is the perfect time to do so. Aries is traditionally the starting sign, not least because it's the child of the zodiac. It's filled with vim and vigor, and it's preparing to burst out of a starting gate. And it's not going to worry about going too fast. It just does. Action. It just does. So, on this new moon in Aries, take action, make a plan, be courageous, have some fun, and focus on you. Now, the moon never stays in a sign for longer than 3 to 4 days. But I have come to realize that when I focus my intention on one part of my birth chart, conjunction with the moon, it truly helps me in the everyday life that I'm going through. So in this situation, the new moon in Aries is in your second house if you have Pisces Rising. Your second house consists of money, work, income, your daily routines, values, material possessions, priorities, habits, your job, and your work ethic. Basically, your second house rules property and possessions and is also about your values and your self-worth. Focusing on your second house consists of your cash, your property, your talents, and even your assets. And you can expect money and possessions to be your main focus this month. I would consider you wish for financial abundance, increased self-esteem, and whatever it is that you've really been wanting. I like to make my new moon wishes on the night of the new moon so it can help you amplify your wishes. So try to visualize yourself in your ideal home with your loved ones, super happy. I want you to know that visualization is a very important factor for you to manifest the things that you want. Of course, action is something that you need to take for them to actually happen, and Aries is all about action, but also the visualization helps you get there. I want you to ask yourself, is my life stable? And if it isn't, what can you do to make it stable? This new moon in Aries can help you start over financially. It is a time to remember your own fabulousness and your magnificence. It's giving a special chance to take a look at your assets. And I'm not just talking about the ones in the bank. It's way deeper than that. What do you have to offer the world? What do you do? What are you good at? And I want you to value yourself, and others are going to value you highly. This is also a great time for you to work on your self-worth and your self-esteem. So love yourself. There's nothing wrong and everything right about doing this. Income, finances, and budgets can all be figured out at this time. How can you find some stability in these areas, may you ask? The new moon supports you as you work on these parts of your life. Believe in yourself is the first step to actually even getting started. The higher you rate yourself, the higher others are going to rate you. And I'm not going to talk about bragging. It's more in deep down. It's about self-belief. Make financial management a top priority this month. Think about what you really value and about what you have to offer the world. If you like to meditate, I am so happy that you do. And I want you to say this before you start meditating, and that is, I believe in myself and what I have to offer the world. You can tell this to yourself right before you're about to meditate, or right after is fine. A ritual that I consider you do on the new moon, on the night of the new moon in Aries, is to write yourself a check for the amount of money you'd like to receive. Remember that I said visualization is very important for you? Well, if you see the check, you'll get excited, right? Well, act as if you got it. Act as if you are excited so you can visually manifest it. The things that I consider you to do on the night of the new moon in Aries, if you haven't done this already, is to start a savings account. Pay your bills, taxes, debts, all of that stuff. And if it's too much for you, hire an accountant. And this is the perfect time for you to show your talents. Show us what you got. Show us what you're made of. Everyone out there is different, and we all have our perks to us, and that's okay. We want to see. And since we're talking about money, you might feel a little tense in your neck and your shoulder area, so go get a massage. Invest in a cream to massage yourself if you don't want to go get a massage. And if you have a partner, I consider you to go out somewhere or rent a place out in the countryside so you can get some of that tension off and make love to your lover. I am a big affirmations girl. I love affirmations, and the 3 affirmations that I consider you do on the nights of the new moon in Aries is: I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thank you, universe. All my needs are provided for, and I am worth it. I love these 3 affirmations. These 3 are one of my favorites, and I consider you try them. For a lot of you, you might be feeling some fear regarding money, and if that's true for you, I consider you try Lang Lang essential oil, because it is a wonderful oil for calming any fears that you may have around money. It's a very relaxing oil and just what you need for your money worries. So breathe deeply in, and remember that money is energy and it responds to your emotions. Now, I am also a mantra girly. I love mantras and I love listening to them while I'm in the shower. The mantra that I consider you try if you want is Lamb. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently every day while you're in the shower like I do, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels just right for you. This is going to help boost the chakra for you this month. And talking about chakras, the chakra for you that you need to work on is your root chakra. So again, with visualization, visualize a spinning red light at the very top of your legs. This is going to help allay any fears you may have about your material needs being met. This chakra is where we store fears about our safety and our survival, and once it's in good order, our finances can start to flow more freely and we can feather in our nest. Just reflect on the law of vibration, which states that everything in the known universe vibrates. It moves and it travels in circular patterns simultaneously. Similarly, our thoughts, our words, our feelings, our desires are all vibration too. Raising our vibration through singing, dancing, chanting, beautiful music, or even meditation is going to help to align with the universe. So, having said that, I hope you found this video on the new moon in Aries very informative for you. If you liked it, go ahead and like it. And if you want to continue knowing about yourself and learning and growing, I suggest you hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss another video, don't forget to put the little bell button. Till next time.